Y'all, it's your girl Nida and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I've got a bop or flop review, and today's review is about the XXRevolution Cloud Complexion Primer. So XXRevolution is a sister brand or subsidiary of Makeup Revolution. I did a review on the, I believe it's the Matte Glow Bronzer. I'll leave an eye above for that. It has quickly become one of my favorite bronzers, especially since now I've got the correct shade. So now we're talking about one of their primers. So this primer retails for $20. You can buy it on XXRevolution's website as well as on Ulta. Now, XXRevolution, I believe, launched spring of this year or so. The launch was primarily overseas, which Makeup Revolution is actually based overseas, and I haven't seen any of the products come to Ulta stores. Only recently has the primer been made available on Ulta's website, which I bought mine from Ulta. So the primer retails for $20. The nice thing about Makeup Revolution is I believe they have distributors in the US because their shipping isn't like, it's not like P. Louise where you pay a different amount or shipping, or you buy it in their currency over there. Like, but P. Louise you pay GDP and you have to convert it to USD if you live in America. So with Makeup Revolution's website, there is no conversion. I believe it just automatically for me takes me to the USD prices. So USD wise, it's $20. This claims that it is a dream for blurred and brightened skin, and it is basically a filter in a jar. If you want something that instantly blurs pores and illuminates complexions, then this is your gal. The texture is sorbet-like and super soft to the touch. It's called Cloud Complexion for a reason. Thank you, XXRevolution. And gives you an insanely silky blurred finish with a subtle iridescent radiance. Okay. Okay, so this is supposed to be like a skin for perfecting pore blurring primer. Cool, and cool. This is what it comes in. This is the jar. It is quite hefty. I've already opened this, so the little like safety lid thingy on the inside is gone. I haven't used it yet. I bought this, I think, back in August. I have so many products I need to talk about that I have been collecting and haven't gotten a chance to talk about yet. So I bought this back in August when it was, it got onto Ulta's website. I was gonna buy it from the Makeup Revolution website, and then I don't know why I didn't. I just waited until it came to Ulta, and then I was like, oh, I'll just order it from Ulta's website. When I did my review on the XXRevolution eye primer, which, yikes, I'll leave an eye above for that for you guys to be able to check that out if you would like and you have not seen it. So you get 0.81 fluid ounces, 24 milliliters. I'm not gonna lie, with this jar being the size that it is, I thought you'd at least get 1 ounce, but that's okay. Actually, well, for $20, I'm not gonna lie, I thought maybe you get like a full ounce, but I guess not. So it has a light kind of like coconut oil lotion kind of smell. Like, that's the best way to describe it. It's not gelatinous at all. The texture looks kind of matte and moussey, so I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit and I'm gonna apply it to my face. Okay, so we're in. Let me grab my spatula. I will say, this is the only thing I don't like about like primers that come in like jars and stuff like this. Put it in a bottle. What a pump. Like, just do that, you know? Because then that way I don't need to stick my hands in it. I could just pump it. Instead, I gotta reach for my spatula. Let's see, so this is probably too much, but I like the texture of this. It's so soft. Like, it kind of looks like frosting. I kind of want to eat it, but that's because I'm fat. Every time I see something and I'm like, I want to eat that, and I'm like, that's your fat talking. You don't actually really want to eat that, do you? It's definitely one of those pore filling primers. You can feel it. They have like a certain texture, and this one has the same. It's actually a little lighter, a little creamier and a little lighter than the pore filling primers I've tried before, like the e.l.f. primer putty. Specifically, it's definitely different than the e.l.f. primer putty because that one is a lot harder because it's more like a balmy texture because it is a putty. This one is far creamier, and it's even a little creamier than my Touch and Soul primer. I'll leave an eye above for that review I did actually last fall. And the Touch and Soul primer is actually a pretty good primer too, but this just feels so light. It feels so nice on the skin. Added a little bit of moisture. My face wasn't really dry, but I feel like this added just a little extra moisture. I'm not really seeing like the iridescent, like when you say iridescent to me, I'm thinking it's gonna be a little more sparkly, but I'm actually pretty okay with this not being sparkly because sometimes brands be going a little ham on the sparkle, so it just looks like you've just put like liquid, you just put like cream glitter on your face. But this one's actually pretty good. My pores definitely look blurred. Nice, very nice. I like how it sits on the skin. I'm not gonna say my pores are so blurred to where I can't see them and they've disappeared. I've effectively just completely and totally like eradicated my pores. I won't say that. That's not what happened here, but it does look nice. It does look good on the skin. They do look a little blurred, so average blurred. I'm honestly, I'm a little confused as to why this costs $20. I'm not gonna lie, because usually Makeup Revolution products are pretty inexpensive, but it seems like the XXRevolution line has this weird, like, no, I wouldn't say weird. It has a range of its own in terms of price, where things start from a very drugstore minimal price to like more on the higher end drugstore price, because at the end of the day $20 isn't a high-end price. That's like high-end drugstore. That's like, I expect to see you in Ulta. I expect to see you being sold only online or something like that. Like, that makes sense to me in that regard. But $20 for a primer? I'm not gonna lie, I don't have, let's see, like, I don't have any drugstore $20 primers. And to me, this is considered, like, I consider XXRevolution Makeup Revolution, I consider them drugstore. So yeah, it's kind of like, how do you go from a $12 bronzer and a $10 eye base to a $20 face primer? And there's a ton of them. There's a bunch of them in this like XXRevolution. There's a bunch of primers. They do different things. And there's like these jelly ones, which I'm not gonna lie to y'all, super tempted to try. There's one that's like blue. I'll leave a picture on the screen someplace. And this ish looks, and there's a green one and a yellow one. And I'm like, I want to try you all because y'all look like Jolly Ranchers. And I do want to try it, but I don't know. We'll see. If you guys do want to see me do a review on any of the other XXRevolution primers, let me know down in the comments. I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer, mix with my foundation. I'm going to be using today the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. I am in the shade 70YW. As you guys know, this is one of my faves. If you guys would like to see any more of my fave foundations, I'll leave an eye above for that video, and I'll also leave an eye above for my Bop or Flop review that I did on this foundation. It is one of my favorites. I've been using it for a full year now, and yes, it is definitely a fave. So I'm just taking a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm gonna mix a little bit, right now this is just Shape Tape, and I'm just concealing some of these like bigger dark marks here, because this foundation is pretty light on the coverage, so I just want to go in and conceal some of these dark marks, so then that way I'm not over here looking sad that they poke through my foundation. Okay, foundation is on. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see my face. Oh wow. Y'all, listen. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, wow. This foundation is sitting. Wow. Okay. Still getting creasing around my mouth. That's normal. But okay. When the makeup wasn't on, couldn't really see all of the pore filling. Now that my foundation is on, these pores are filled. They are looking invisible. Oh, right. I'm going to do a wear test to see how well this holds up long term. So let's see, foundation is on and it is 6:22. So I'm going to finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. Face is done. I am liking how it looks so far. It is now 7:20. I finished my face officially at 7 p.m. So yeah, that was with powder and everything. That was when I finished. 7 p.m. is when I powdered and everything. 6:20 something was when I had just laid the foundation, no concealer or anything like that. So now we're all done. Pores are looking a little more visible, especially like right here. These pores that were very blurred when I first put on the primer, after I put on the primer and then my foundation on top, like when it first went on, they were very blurred, but I can see them now. The rest of the pores are still very blurred. It's still a very smooth canvas here. Like, this looks really nice. I like it. It looks good. So I am going to wear test this. I'll be back in a few hours. I'm going to get something to eat and then I'm going to get some ice cream. These lashes that I'm wearing are seriously like the most comfortable pair of lashes I have deadass ever put on. I didn't even have to cut them. I didn't have to cut them. Like, I am blown away by these lashes. They are by the Cream Shop. These are the 3D foam ink lashes in the style T. They are a very, very light and subtle lash. More on the like that medium between like dramatic and like natural kind of area. These are so nice. They fit my eyes like perfectly. I didn't have to trim them, which is crazy because I have to trim every lash I get no matter what. But these literally fit perfect. Like, they feel so nice. They're super fluffy, very light. They were only $4.99 from TJ Maxx. They do have these online at the Cream Shop's website. They're $10 a pair there, but I would say try scoping out your local TJ Maxx first to see if you can get a pair. I bought like 3 other pairs because I was so impressed with the first pair, and this is one of them, and I'm like super impressed. Like, excuse me, the Cream Shop, when did we get here? I am going to go get something to eat, hopefully get some ice cream and watch some anime with my boys tonight, and then I will be back later and let you guys know how the primer looks under this foundation. I'm well aware of how this foundation wears. Like I said earlier, I've been wearing it for a year. I've already wear tested it. I know how it wears, but I do want to know how it's gonna wear over this primer. So yeah, I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, guys, so it is a few days later. I got so tired Saturday night that I did not get to do my check-in. I was just like, I'm taking off this makeup and I'm gonna lay down because it was all of like 2 in the morning. Yeah, it was almost 3. It was like 2:30 in the morning. So my final thoughts on the primer. I'm gonna insert some videos in here that I did take on Snapchat before I took my makeup off. And the foundation I wore was the Urban Decay Stay Naked 24-hour foundation. And let me tell you something. The first time I wore that foundation, I got really, really oily, especially like on my nose and in my T-zone. I realized that it wasn't a foundation that was gonna be like super, super long wear. So I was kind of like, okay, well, that's fine. I just won't be in it for like 1,000,001 hours. So yeah, but Saturday night, I finished my makeup at what, like 6:30, I think it was 6:30, 6 o'clock, and that was when I finished putting on my foundation. And then when I finished like my powder and all that, it was probably like 7. So from 7 to 2:30 in the morning, and when I touched my face, no oil, no breaking down. My skin looked really, really good. I was super surprised and very, very impressed. Now, when I was putting on the primer, I was kind of like, all right, this is kind of like, it's an okay primer. My foundation sat on top of it really, really nice. But I was kind of like, what makes this that much better than any other primer I've tried or any other primer out on the market? Listen, if this primer can do what it did for my Urban Decay foundation, where it took a foundation that's long wear capability is kind of only so-so and turned it into a long wearing foundation, that's a bop for me. That's a bop for me. I'm going to be wearing this more, and I'm going to be trying it under like my ABH foundation, because that's another one. That foundation has horrible long wear. That is not the foundation you want to be in all night. That is not it. I'm gonna try it under that and see how well that goes, because after wearing it with my Urban Decay foundation, I am impressed. This is a bop for me. It is on the higher end side of the like drugstore product area. I'm actually really surprised that this is $20. I mean, you don't get an ounce. That's the only thing I don't like. I don't like you don't get like a whole ounce of product for $20. But at least this is available in Ulta, so you can use the coupon code. You get $3 off. I think this is interesting. A lot of people say for Makeup Revolution they should stop creating these little sister brands and fix the products that they have. But I will say, as they each sister brand they create seems to have this little niche of really, really good products, these little pockets of really good items. So I can't wait to try the foundation from this line and the concealer. I did buy both, and I do plan on doing a bop or flop review on them on my channel pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I like it. This is a bop for me. I actually really like this a lot. I love the texture. I love that it's got that like really velvety, soft kind of feeling. You guys know what I mean, like that kind of matte texture that like most smoothing primers tend to have. But this one feels much creamier. Instead of it just kind of going over your skin and leaving it feeling really just like matte and like, I don't know, I can't describe that texture. It's like a matte texture. Instead of it just leaving that feeling on your skin, this more so acts more like a moisturizer that once your makeup goes on top, then you see its blurring capabilities and whatnot. Look who has to join me because he cannot stop barking. So this primer is a bop for me. I actually like it a lot. I will leave a link to where you can get it down in the description box. It is being sold on Ulta as well as on Makeup Revolution's website. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, your girl is uploading every Wednesday and Saturday. Wednesday at 7 p. EST and Saturday at 3:30 p. EST. Make sure to follow your girl on all of her social medias. You can find me on Instagram as well as Twitter and the Facebook page for this channel. So I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.